artists because they like to have it out and about, and other people do it for sale, and they often sell a piece or two, or sometimes the whole show. There are some really big-time artists that have been here, and we've also done kids, and we've done beginner artists and well-established ones. So we don't take a cut of like if somebody sells something, they get to keep the money. For us, it's much more fun because we get a chance to see different people's art in a way that's hung up on a wall instead of stacked in a closet someplace. First of all, when Portsmouth was back in the 80s, it was a lot of artists of all different sorts. Visual artists, music artists, potters, jewelers, myself, fabric artists, things like that. And so there's a lot of art around town, but now it's so expensive that a lot of artists can't afford a studio space anymore. But it's still out there. There's always art, and it might be hiding, but it's always there. So it's fun, people would come and ask if they could put their art up, and so now we have one of the people here is a beautiful artist, and so she started basically scheduling out, and now we're about 2 years out when people come and want to hang their art. But the woman that works here is a wonderful artist, and I have a number of her pieces, Laura Stutz, and she's very good, and she usually sells her pieces. We might have some out there, I can't remember now. There's one hanging. Come in and just get coffee. We have organic coffees. They're very, very tasty. Early morning there's pastries that come out, and people wait for them to come out and buy them hot out of the oven, which is really tasty. At this time of day it's much more these bars and cookies and the tarts and torts, slices of those. We do a huge number of pies, well, for us anyways, for the holidays, for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Our breads are all handmade, and they're done wonderfully. We have a sourdough that's become very, very popular. We make anajama bread, oatmeal bread, wheat bread, cornmeal bread, blah, 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 blah. And when it started, it was really just 2 people, myself and one other woman. She's gone on to other things. The next person that was here is still working for me, so she's been here for 40 years. So, and it was really small because there were only 2 of us, and we were open from 5 in the morning till 5 at night, and that didn't last because we were all exhausted, and we were making all of our breads. It was a very slow process, but it was all just the 2 of us. And we didn't offer lunch at all, and now we do a pretty good sized lunch, a different kind of lunch every day. We never make the same thing. It's not in a cycle or anything. Whoever's cooking gets to choose what they want to make.
It's really cool.
When I had my jewelry shop, this was carved. Steve McHenry, who's quite a wonderful architect here in town, and he, before he went to architecture school, was carving signs, and he did a lot of the cooler signs around town. He's not doing it anymore, but this travels wherever I go. When I leave, it's going to go with me.
So what did this place look like in the 80s compared to now?
This building?
Yeah.
Oh man, this was, it had been, that building over there, which is actually a separate building, that 3-story building was a bed and breakfast, and where my office is, which is back behind there, was their kitchen. And this building is actually only 2 walls. It's this wall and this wall, and the other wall is actually the building next door, and that wall is the building next door. So it was just like a garage kind of area.
Yeah, take me around, show me everything.
All right, you know how you saw my cool sign? What you didn't see, if you back up here, you could talk to these yahoos too.
Oh, good luck with that.
You guys regulars here?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's your guys' names?
Absolutely.
I'm James.
My name's Shane. So I'm trying not to be too resentful of the people who are still here. But I've been here for like 25 years. Yeah, well, Penny got in early and she got her roots down, so she's been able to continue to flourish. Just can't stick around anymore because they haven't figured out how to be software engineers or college professors.
Hey.
Wink, wink. It's an oasis, you know, and it's continued to sustain through all kinds of permutations. For example, you might want to take a quick look at that thing behind you, whatever that. We're still trying to determine what that is exactly. Might be a building.
No, I don't even mind it. It was really problematic when they were building it.
Really?
Oh God, for 2 years, it was really brutal.
How come?
The road was closed. It was just
please.
construction. And it was jackhammering and the explosives and stuff. It just was a problem because it's a huge thing. And it's got 2 stores below deck here, so they did a lot of blasting and stuff. It was just a problem. We had a smaller staff,
Loyal
shorter
customers.
hours. Thank God for people like this who came through edging their way along the sidewalk
right.
to get in the door. And
How long did that go on for?
a couple of years, would you say?
Yeah.
2.5.
Seemed like
Yeah,
Seemed like forever.
Yeah.
yeah.
How was that for business?
It was awful. I mean, the road was closed, literally. So that didn't help things. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm too old to fight that battle anymore. But now it's just there, and I don't know. Most of us just either enjoy it or not. Now we're through it and we're on to something else. So
And what does rent look like for you guys now? Like
I don't rent.
managing business. Oh, you own the place?
That's the only way I could still be in business. I mean, the rents around here are tens of thousands of dollars every month. There's no way. I mean, I'm a tiny little business. So I don't, when I bought the building, I was able, because I've owned it for such a long time, I don't owe anything on it. So, that means that I don't have to cover some huge rent that comes due every month. So, I mean, I don't think everybody's able to do that. I think the longevity and staying small, for me, it works out. And it's still fun. I mean, we enjoy what we do, and it's interesting, and you get to meet interesting people. And it would be great if it was still an inexpensive place to live with lots of housing. I mean, I think maybe 1 or 2 of the people that work for me live in town. Everybody else has had to move out. But yeah, it's too expensive. I mean, nobody that has jobs like we do can afford to live here unless they're living with a bunch of people or figure out some way to make it work. I'm really, really lucky. For a business like this, I have very little turnover. People tend to stay for a long time. I mean, I know a lot of people hate the whole change and stuff like that, but I mean, places change, and sometimes not for the better, but it's kind of the way it goes. So, again, I'm too old I don't want to get bigger and bigger and larger and make more and more and more. I really like it the way it is now.